All right, everyone, this is Ron Wilkerson again. Guys, I want to bring you a very short little video on the Weebill 3. As you guys can see, I have a couple of the Zhiyun gimbals here in the studio. I have the Crane 3 Lab, and I also have the new Weebill 3 that was sent to me by Zhiyun. So currently, guys, this afternoon, I have the Weebill connected to the YOLO Box Mini. And I was thinking about setting this up for kind of a run and gun type of streaming, setup. So I currently have one of my Sony cameras mounted on this right now. I want to show you guys a really cool feature that you can use with these gimbals. Now, if we look down here on the desk, you guys can see one of my phones. This has a gyro feature that you can actually use your phone to control the gimbal. Now, you have like 3 different options here. Let me show you. So you have your pan, tilt, and you also have your rotate. So you could turn all of these on or just one of these on depending on what you want to use it for. So let's say, for instance, you wanted to turn, you just want to use your pan feature. Let me show you guys here. So right now I just turned my phone, and if you guys notice, the gimbal turned as well. So if I turn my phone back in the opposite direction, the gimbal is going to turn, and so on. So let me show you guys that. Let's zoom out here a little bit so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So if I bring my phone up and I rotate it, or back in the opposite direction, as you guys can see that. So as I use my phone, I can rotate using the gyros to spin the gimbal, right? So now we can also add tilt to that. And you can determine how much of the tilt you want it to have, but I can now adjust the tilt of the gimbal, like so. And then I can still pan. And we can even add our roll. So we want to add a little bit of roll to it as well. We can roll. So just think about this from the perspective of being able to control your gimbal from a distance. So if you're using like a smartphone or something like that during maybe one of your sessions, this could be a B camera or a C camera, and you want to be able to change the angles of the camera. You want to change the position of it. Maybe you're tracking something and you want to be able to follow it. Simply enough, you can adjust it just using your phone. So hopefully, guys, this is helpful to someone who has been thinking about getting one of these gimbals. I'm telling you guys, these gimbals are amazing for all of the features they have. Now, like I said, a lot of what I focus on, whether it's here on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or Amazon, I focus on live streaming broadcasting for, clients as well as for myself. I do a lot of live streaming as well. So having one of these gimbals, maybe I connect this gimbal, for instance, to one of my sliders where I could have the camera just kind of moving back and forth. And if I wanted to change the position of the camera, I could just have a phone on my desk and I could easily just grab my phone and then change pretty much wherever I want the camera to look. Now, you're going to have to get used to the fact that, wherever you move your phone, that's kind of where the camera is going to go. But you guys get the idea. Very simple. Yes, you can slow down the speed. I have the speed pretty high. So let's bring the speed down really low. And all right, so now we have our sensitivity much lower. So now as I move, it doesn't move as much or as fast, but it still has the full flexibility to move in pretty much any other position that I want to put it in. So hopefully you guys get the idea. So I can easily just control this just using my phone. All right, guys, so hopefully this video has been helpful to some of you. If you're thinking about, setting up some type of setup for streaming where you may be the only person, operating these cameras, you can operate multiple cameras. Now, again, like I said, this Weebill 3 was sent to me by Zhiyun. They actually sent me the Weebill 3 combo pack, but I already own the Zhiyun Crane 3 Lab. That one I use more for my bigger cameras, you know, with a fully rigged out camera. But for your kind of running gun shoots or your on location shoots, that's not going to be that demanding, where you're not going to have a bunch of things connected to it. Now, if you guys want to see exactly how I connected this monitor to it, I'm just using one of the built-in connectors. Let me grab it. Okay, so if you guys have been looking at these, check this out. So you have two mounting points on these gimbals. One is going to be for the handle if you decide to go with the combo kit, and one will be for the wrist pad. So all I have is this little bracket that I used to use on the larger gimbal for a monitor, and I just mounted this here. Now this still has like a cold shoe here. It has some 1/4-20s as well. These just basically just screw right into this little mount here. And then your monitor or, you know, something like this YOLO box would just connect right here. And then you could just have it, you know, simply enough. Really easy type of setup. So yeah, I think this is going to be ideal, especially for my sports people out there, my running gun shooters, my wedding streamers or videographers. I think this will be excellent for them as well. Let's see if I can bring this camera back up. Maybe focus it on my man Bruce over there. Yeah, this is kind of a trial and error thing. You're gonna have to practice with this to get it exactly where you want it. Because once you put the camera down or the phone down, it's gonna go wherever you have it positioned. So like right now, I'm just trying to show you guys that little mannequin that's back there in the hallway. But you guys kind of get the idea. So I could easily, you know, adjust this camera by just using the phones. Now, this may work better with some phones. Now, this is a Samsung phone that I'm using here. You may have a better, you know, result with, say, an iPhone. But I'm finding what I'm looking for right now is what's going to center it. So this is about centered. And then as I tilt either way, that's kind of my roll. And then I can tilt up or down, back up. And then if I want to pan, you guys get the idea. All right, guys, so hopefully this video has been helpful to someone. And these features might be something that you guys want to incorporate in some of your productions. So if that's the case, I've done a good job, y'all. All right, guys, I will see you all over on Amazon. You guys can find me at romeknowstech.live, or you can go over to Amazon or Instagram. You know, you can find me on most social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube, things like that. But I will catch you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace. I am out.